Hello and welcome to another edition of the Home Front on EWTV. I'm here again with Hello, right?
Thank you. You're welcome.
And I'm Ibuka. Yeah, the last time we talked about purpose of family was quite an interesting discussion. And today we are going to be taking that topic further as we discuss about protecting our children in this new normal. So we may ask about the new normal. You know, with this whole coronavirus pandemic, a lot has changed. Even with the easing down of the lockdown, a lot of our children are still at home. You know, a lot of things has really changed. So we are confronted with a new normal, which is a new normal way of life. A lot has changed. A lot has gone digital. You know, yes, and it's gone normative. The whole world is still trying to recover from the results of this pandemic, and the home front is not left out. How do we protect our children in this new normal is what we're going to be talking about today, especially with the fact that the schools are still closed down and nobody knows for how long, and yet parents have to go to work, you know. So what happens to our children as they stay home to still do their online, for those that do it, or just stay home while we go out to look for, the daily bread? What happens to our children? How do we protect our children in this new normal, knowing that they are not in school, they are now back to the family, value and system that we've been talking about. They are now back to us as a family. What do we do? How do we protect them? How do we know what is happening even when we are at work or wherever we find ourselves? That's what we're going to talk about. I think it's a very interesting topic that we really need to talk about.
Very interesting one. We need for the times. We need to delve into and really look at.
Very true.
A lot of parents are very good experts at watching their children offline. But very few understand what it means to even watch their children
online. Very true.
So we are now in the era where you have a lot of time to watch them offline. But what about the online?
Very true.
What is happening to them online? What are they feeding themselves with online? Who are their friends online? Who are they talking to online? Who are they chatting of online? Who are they meeting online?
That's very, very good. We've been shouting about these sexual predators, and one of the things they've done at this time is to switch online.
Yes.
Is to switch online, because now our children have to, most schools are engaging the students online. So a lot of the time our children have to be online for their studies, to learn, to research, just to keep up. Most of the time they are online, and so these predators are also taking advantage of this online and to also attack and do a lot of havoc with their children. And most times, because these children are always online, they're also tempted to do so many other things, because at this time they just have to keep themselves engaged. And so we're saying tonight that one of the ways that parents really need to look at is online. Like you said, most parents are careful of what is it doing? Offline parents will always go support. A child can be with you and is seated with you 24 hours in a place with his phone, and he's somewhere else, and he has even done worse than a child that will go outside the house. So we are saying that one major area we must watch at this time is the activities of our children online.
Yes.
You have to know, what are they watching? What are they doing with their phone? What sites are they going to? Even beyond their study time, what else are they doing with their phones? What are they doing? One of the tricks from our relating with young people, one of the tricks they use nowadays is that their friends even tell them how to watch some pornographic sites and even wipe the history. So most times don't get. So even when you take up their phones to check, they're not seeing anything. And sometimes they save some of these dirty pictures and video in there's a way they save it in their phone that you won't even know that there's something saved there. For example, some children may save those things under an app, alarm clock. Because you are seeing alarm or clock You will not bother to open because what am I checking? A club. Understand? So they use those apps as a cover up to save so many dirty things. Some may use weather, and you don't know that there are dirty pictures, there are dirty videos. You know, we need to step up. I think so many parents are still in the 80s. We need to know that we are in the 21st century and know the trick. We need to be smart as parents. We need to learn and go ahead. There are even a lot of sex apps that are coming out now where children do, you know, sex chatting and all manner of things online. Parents,
there are some that even come up in form of stories.
Very true. Very true.
Just innocent stories. A child, oh, my child loves reading. It's not just enough to know that your child loves reading. And your child is reading. And your child is always reading. Parents, you need to go for that. What is your child?
What is the content of that?
You also need to read it, and not just to don't just glance. Read it to know what a lot of children are being pushed to become sex addicts in this time because of what they are.
Just online.
Just online.
Very true.
Innocently, they pick it up to read. It sticks. They go back there. They read again. They read again. They read again, and then they look forward to practice again. So parents, you need to be very intentional. The word for us this evening is being intentional. You need to know what your children are doing part time. You know, most of the for about 8-9 hours, your children are online. Parents, it is good. Schools are also trying to keep them going on what is happening. But you cannot leave your child online and go to sleep. You can leave your child online and shut down. You need to. Now you play the role of the teacher.
It's true.
Yes.
You understand what the teacher
In our last show, we talked about parents pushing all the responsibility of nurturing on teacher.
Now the child is
now it has fallen back on you, parents. So you need to be the teacher as well as the parents. Some teachers have to stand, and the pastor. Yes. Some teachers have to stand all day for about 7-8 hours just to see that the children are getting it right. Parents, you will stand. It's time to stand both physically and spiritually for your children. It's time to stand and walk around them. One of the things they say to teachers is walk around to make sure every child is doing the correct thing. Parents, walk around. Get into their space. Know what they are doing. Win their approval to welcome you into their space. You must be intentional. Remember, what the society becomes is dependent on what comes out of it. So you need to be intentional.
Don't forget, I can drop your questions on our social media handles displayed on this screen. We might not be able to take those questions at the moment, but we will definitely answer your question in subsequent editions. You can reach us, through direct messaging, or you email us. You always get your question and get back to you. You know, as we are talking, I'm sure so many parents will be asking, so how do I do that? So when I have to go to work and leave them at home, I don't sleep with them in their room. So how do I really go about this? There are different ways parents need to go about this. Though some people also have developed apps through which parents can monitor what their children watch on their phone. You can go and search these apps, these parenting control apps, and there's a way you install it and you know what your child is watching per time. The best thing for parents to do is to learn to connect to their children. Because a child you don't have connection or relationship, when relationships are broken down, these children develop tough behaviors. So a child you've not connected with, a child you don't have relationship with, no matter how you monitor that child, the child will always go back to the secret and do what he wants to do. Even when you are not the one buying the data for them, these children have a way of getting their data. As long as they have those phones. And we can't tell parents this time, please withdraw all phones from your children, especially teenagers. Actually, they're 16, 17, 18. You can't say you are withdrawing the phone from the child, or you only use your phone when I'm at home. That may be too.
That's to the extreme.
That's to the extreme. But when you have a relationship, when there's a connection between you and your children, they're able to tell you what is happening with them pattern. When there's that trust, that relationship, children do what they do because they know I have a relationship, I have a trust. I've committed myself with my parents, and I can't do this, I can't do that. And when they are going through issues, they are able to communicate with you. So the issue we're having at home is that there's a lot of disconnect between parents and children. When that disconnection is lost, it will really be difficult to know what that child is going through.
And when a parent has not connected with the child, it becomes difficult to correct.
Oh, very.
You must connect to correct.
You must connect to correct.
It's very, very
important. If you don't connect, that correction will be really a punishment to them.
And that child will take it out on you.
Of course.
The child will stand up to answer you. The child will get up to explain to you that no. In this age, you don't tell me what to do. So parents, you need to strategically connect with your children. And in connecting with your children, it will take a lot of patience. It's a building process. No child will just, especially if they are teenagers, they will not just let you come into their space. You have to earn it. So it will take a lot of patience, but trust me, if you will raise proper children, you must connect.
Very true.
You cannot correct without a connection.
Very true.
It doesn't work.
Very true.
So
and even for
say,
very true. And even for those that don't confront their parents, some of them just return to their shell. And when you are talking, they are just when you are done, when we get back to our room, we know what we do. There's a lot of deception going on in relationship with your parents. I know parents are not even learning. Most parents are not even reading books on how to connect. They are not growing. They are not building capacity. There are a lot of trainings parents can take up to even group children. Some parents are even, can I pay 5,000 naira to be trained on how to play with my children? We will tell parents that when this child is addicted to drugs, you will spend hundreds of thousands, and yet that child might not come out of that addiction. So whatever sacrifice you can pay as a parent now to build capacity, to learn on how to connect, read books on how to connect. These children are not robots. Once you're able to speak their language, you're able to connect with them, you can go a long way in relating with them. And also beyond connecting with these children, maybe essentially now that parents will be going to work, most parents are looking for who will come and stay with their children. Which neighbors around? Who will I push them to, and that itself is deadly. It can lead to a whole lot of things. I'm sure you also have so many ideas of what this thing can lead to when we just leave our children carelessly with anybody.
This issue of leaving our children carelessly, we all know the stories. We have heard a lot of stories, so it is not a new thing. Recently, we got talking to a boy who just got into himself. His parents could not explain what was happening. For 4 weeks, he wasn't talking to anyone. He wasn't talking to his siblings. He wasn't talking to his parents. He was just showing tantrums. And the parents were wondering what's happening. He didn't want to speak with anybody. But thank God he was able to open up. And that taught me a lot of lessons. Parents, it's beyond just bringing them into the world. You have to be committed. You don't just leave your children with anybody. You don't do that. Anybody and everybody is a suspect. As it is right now, everybody is a suspect. We are not saying that, your neighbor is doing this, but excuse me, your neighbor is a suspect. So in these times that we are, and one of the issues I know these children go online to look for is love.
It's love.
They have not felt the love of parents.
They've not seen
They
it
have not touched the expressions of love from you. Excuse me, parents, love is not about sending them to big and good schools where there's competition of the highest schools. That is not love. Love is not buying them the biggest of phones, allowing them to get into your car and drive home before they turn 18. That is not love. There is something beyond that your children want to
Very
touch.
true.
And until they touch it, they will keep going online to seek that
love.
You hear some parents say, I've done everything.
Yes.
They say, I've done everything for this child. What is it that I've not given this child? What is it that this child has not given for me?
I
say, I sold my gold. I sold my jewelry just to make sure you have food to eat. Because beyond food. What children need, especially in this period and season of the new normal, that we are is beyond food, is beyond clothes, is beyond cars, is beyond all the flashy things. They need you. They need you. They need your attention. They need to talk to you. But parents, you are not listening. Some of our children, our teenage boys, our teenage girls, speak in silence. You need to work on yourself to hear them talking even when they are not talking. We discovered that with the case of the boy we just answered. He was speaking, but his parents were not hearing him. He was talking, but they were not hearing what he was saying. Parents, you need to upgrade yourself. Step up. Spiritually, be fervent. Be prayerful to hear what your child is saying when your child is saying it. So please, your children need love. They are going out of their way to get love.
Very true.
So you need to check yourself, adjust yourself, turn back again what you need to turn back, sit down again and listen. Someone said to me, even when your child comes and the child is just mommy, 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 and the child just wants to be all over you, listen. Don't get too busy and say, oh, leave me alone, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You disturb a lot.
Listen.
You know what they easily say in Nigerian when your child has come and said, leave me alone, you disturb a lot. The child wants your attention. There is possibly something that child needs to say. Parents, you need to listen.
Very, very true. Thank you so much. As we try to round up, don't forget you can drop your questions, on our just on the page. You see our social media handles displayed on the screen. You have a question, you want to send us a mail, please feel free to reach us and we'll be rest assured that we'll get to you. In our subsequent edition, we'll be talking about how you can positively help these children channel their energy, things you can begin to do at home for them as children, how you to create their routine at home so that they won't be bored. They'll still have things to do. They are learning, they're unleashing their energy, and they are really being equipped, and they're having a wonderful time. So we want you to join us in next edition. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you.
I think it was really an interesting discussion, and we hope to see you next time, same time on this edition. I'm Ebuka and
Ruth.
Anyway, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
See you again.